So before we get to talking about the Rhodes, let's look at one last thing. One problem with a setup like this is there's a ton of cables. So everything here, all the MIDI stuff anyways, actually runs through a MIDI patch bay, which you can see down there. It's a Yamaha. Bought this from some guy on eBay. Of course, when I got it, there was one port was toast and one was a little bit shaky. Let's crawl around behind here and have a look at some of the cables. And of course, the guy didn't know anything about that. You know, what else is new? That's one problem with eBay. Although I've had pretty good luck with eBay, to be honest. Lots of dust back here, so give you an idea of what we're looking at for cables, right? So there you go. So those are all the MIDI cables. You can see all those all hooked up. Oh boy, this thing has a bunch of memory settings on it, so you can bounce around from place to place for memory. And all the audio cables actually run around the back, so you can see all those running into the mixer there. Tons of cables, and some of them hung up there and just coming out of everywhere. Where's my flashlight again? It's a great flashlight. It actually might light paper on fire. So, oh yeah, this was the other thing. So in order for me to keep track of everything, the one thing I did was I used an Excel spreadsheet to mark all my inputs and outputs and where they go and what they do. So that's for the mixer, that's audio. And then another Excel spreadsheet that tells me what all the MIDI choices are. So you can see on there, that tells me what my MIDI presets are. So that's that thing. Okay, so the Rhodes. So we heard the Rhodes already. Move my chair over again. Right, you heard the Rhodes. So the Rhodes actually runs through a preamp, which you see up there, just no big deal, little Art Tube MP. And then it splits from there and runs into a Maxon chorus and a Maxon phaser, or phase shifter. You can see those. I used to have a Mutron phase shifter, actually, the original one, but it stopped working and I stupidly got rid of that as well. It comes out of there in stereo and heads actually into 4 channels on the board. So this is what the Rhodes sounds like with the phase shifter and the flanger on it, or the phase shifter and the chorus on it. You know, it's got a nice sort of a, good for those old Billy Joel lounge tunes. And then there was one last thing. Oh yeah, this little thing here. That is a MIDI pal. We'll get to that in a minute too, okay? But that's, we'll get to that in a minute.